The winning continues.
Well, Miami took care of business, and that's the only thing that matters. 15 wins in their last 17 games. Indiana next.
And with each hard-fought, well-earned victory, so too does this improbable journey. Many incredible things have happened to this franchise in the first 3 decades. Runs of success as road warriors and as history-chasing defending champs. But none can match season 29 for its sheer sense of surprise. No longer just a nice story about a good run in the middle of an otherwise lottery-bound campaign. This turnaround has transformed the team in unprecedented fashion, lifting the Heat mid-course from the basement to the battleground in a way that is perhaps unrivaled in the history of not only this franchise, but this league. For those who might write off their success as a stockpile of wins over teams headed home come April, just ask the Warriors, Rockets, Hawks, Bucks, and Bulls if they think the Heat are for real. Tonight, another challenge, another team who the Heat are trying to track down. The climb continues. The race has officially started, and the Heat is on.
A primetime, big game, NBA Saturday night in Miami. Since mid-January, the hottest team in the NBA plays here. 15 wins in their last 17 games has Miami back in the playoff chase. And the night inside the American Airlines Arena, it's the second of 3 meetings this season between 2 old Eastern Conference playoff rivals, the Heat and the Pacers. We hope you enjoy every bounce and basket of tonight's game right along with us.
Same time, whether it's Waiters handling and Dragic getting off the ball or vice versa. Let's start with Waiters. His ability to score continues to be a huge factor, both outside and inside. Off the dribble, he was making things happen at the rim. Finishes with 22 points on 8 of 15 shooting, had 3 assists, did a nice job. I thought just being aggressive. That's what he loves to say is, I got to stay aggressive, and good things happen. But his decision-making in terms of efficiency, I think, is the big step for him from looking at what he's done in years past. He's really figured out what's a good shot for him and when he's got to drive and kick. This guy's just setting the pace, Jax. He's getting out. He's racing down the floor, whether it's to score or really to push the offense, getting everybody in the flow. Look at the floater there. 21 points for the Dragon, 8 of 12. Incredibly efficient night for him. Got to the free throw line, too, very nicely, 4 of 5. Love when he finishes by putting that right shoulder right there. Look at a little incidental contact there to finish. And again, his ability to go to the glass. We saw him score on the big man Turner with that left hand as well. These 2 guys just night in and night out are leading the Heat. And they're good shots. They're going to the rim, but they're also looking out beyond the arc, setting the tone, both scoring and passing.
Waiters starting the party. See, they thought he was going to pull up, then he showed up, kicked it. Come on now. Very misleading on my highlight sheet, but I'm glad I was watching television right there. Here we go. Oh, Whiteside with the finish. Let's look at that one more time.
Gorgeous give-and-go action there, too. Look at that little shuffle pass and the crusher.
But the Pacers want to be in the highlight. So Teague knows that young Mr. Turner can get it done. Visited with him in New Orleans. That's a delightful young man. I wasn't cheering for him tonight, as you can imagine. However, nice guy. Whiteside baseline reversed it. Ooh.
Beautiful move. Again, the versatility so impressive with Hassan on the block.
23-18, Indiana after 1. Ooh, that wasn't exactly what you want right there.
That's
but
low light.
Right there, the dunk champion showing you can dunk. Now, you want a little N1 basketball? Okay, you know what Dion says every time he's in the paint? And one, and he got it there. Listen, just listen. And one, right there, I told you. Every single time. You can set it. Here we go, part of a 13-2 run by the Heat. Magruder in the corner. Trifecta, you betcha. Nailed that thing down. It is a 1-point game. Miami up 1. But Paul George about to break loose, get up, and throw down. 54-53, Indiana with a slim lead as we head to the 3rd quarter, where the Dragic was breathing fire. Oh, a little shove.
That's right, little right shoulder in the chest, step back on the baseline from 16, the Dragon on fire.
Every now and then, even as a superstar in this league, you can say something to an official, That gets you that right there. A little technical.
And you know what? That's when those early plays where you pick up the double technical earlier put you in trouble. Now all of a sudden he gets 2 and he's got to leave the basketball game.
You gotta love Philly
Offensive
cheese.
threat.
Philly cheese making it clear. You gotta go bye. Here we go. Right side. And one action from Double J. The Cleveland Clinic team play of the game. One more time. Ooh, off the turnover too. You heard that whistle. Excellent. I need more Hassan, and I need more Hassan right now. This is not going to be nice. It's not nasty. It's nicety. Michele on the show again. One of our finest cuts. Isn't that nice?
I love it.
Seriously.
I love it.
Another song for the kids to look up. Oh, that is nice. Is that the 8-3 play?
Great catch right there. And again, the ability at 6'10" to throw the assist from the top of the key. James Johnson's vision, outstanding.
Pick and roll action right there. Those are the Johnsons just working with one another. It's just so fun to watch. So fun to watch. And then Tyler back in the highlight.
Not here.
Password is rejection. Now here's a tough one here. We did get some news finally on Willie Reed's injury situation. It's being called a right calf strain. As you'll watch him go up the floor, he clearly is motioning to the bench that he needs to come out. He knows something is up. He's trying to fight through it because that's the Miami Heat way. But right beneath that right leg knee brace is where he grabs when you see him slow down here one more time. Tough situation as he is clearly the primary backup at the 5, but see him feeling it down there.
Yeah.
No more detail. He'll be reevaluated tomorrow, so we'll know more information, John, as we talk to the people on Monday from Dallas, but not the sight we wanted to see at all as he was wheeled off. And the Heat were left to try to finish this thing without him, but his brothers took care of business, closing this game out for the big fella. As Waiters knows every now and then it's back to life, back to reality. However do you want it? However do you need it? Yeah. Bus driver. Bus driver, come and get the Pacers. They gotta go. They gotta go. They got places to be.
Oh, you're rolling tonight, Pards. You're rolling, Pards.
In a minute.
I'll tell you.
A minute. This is all like, this is New Orleans and
It's all
Houston,
coming out.
And what else? Atlanta, all piled up in here. I don't even spend any time in the Grove these days. Absolutely, it's ridiculous.
Now, he can score the ball. He can pass it. He can rebound it. He's physical in the defensive end, and he shows it in the stat line. Look at a couple of threes he made here. Off to a slow start with some foul problems, but then got out on the break. Look at this, being able to finish with the left hand, his offhand. Made some plays passing the basketball. His awareness on the floor of where his teammates are is impressive. Gorgeous lob. Led the team with 8 assists. Next highest guy was at 4, so at 6'10". Big fella has got a little presence. Talked to him on the radio after. He said, I just get so much of a rush of setting up my teammates with passes. Look at him finding Wayne Ellington there for the triple. This guy, I can't say enough about his competitive fire, too. Just wants to find a way to win, and you see it off the bench every game in just 28 minutes. Incredible production, 15 points. Those 8 assists and 7 boards.
Twice in the second quarter. The lob and the stuff. James Johnson, part of his 15-point, 8 assists, 7 rebound night. You already know the monster, macho numbers for Whiteside. 22 points, 17 rebounds for Hassan. He had 7 offensive rebounds.
Special inside. His ability to affect the game on the offensive end was huge. Rebounding the basketball. Finished with 17, or checked it, 17 boards. 7 of them were offensive. But look at that. How many 7-footers in the league can make that type of move on the baseline? This is just beastly right there. Getting second chance opportunities. One of his 7 offensive rebounds again. The defensive glass and clearing out. But, you know, he is so physical. When he plays hard on both ends, this team is a force. And I thought in the fourth quarter, his ability to defend was a big factor in holding the Pacers to just 7 points. He did a great job also scoring 16 points in that quarter, I should say. He also scored 7 points in that fourth quarter, which was super decisive. 30-16, they run ahead of the Pacers and really put the game away in the fourth quarter.
Hassan, the backside of back-to-backs, the second night, been a bit of a struggle for the team throughout this season. You guys were able to bounce back and really throw out a performance very similar, come out for the full game victory. What was the key?
Guys came out here hungry. You know, we trying to make a playoff push, so guys know what is at stake.
Last night was a little different for you. Winning plays, a +20, plus minus. Tonight a +10, but the numbers are up a little bit higher. How are you balancing what's needed for winning in your mind each night?
You know, different nights require different things. You know, Atlanta really packed the paint. You know, my shot wasn't going in as much, so I was more of a passer. You know, I was just more pick and rolls, getting them guys, trying to be a decoy.
Before I let you run, you guys are stacking up a whole bunch of wins. You're beating the teams you're supposed to, and you're beating the teams that would seemingly present a challenge. What's most enjoyable about all of that?
You know, just keep going. You know, we're going to keep trying to build them up in a win column and, you know, get in these playoffs.
Let's get unpacked, pack again, and off to Dallas. Thank you, big fella.
Off to Dallas, man. Let's get it. Go Heat.
Hassan Whiteside, victorious. A big old night for 21. Whole bunch of points, whole bunch of rebounds, and some action above the rim. When it's all said and done in the victory, the big fella totals 22 points and 17 rebounds. Let's enjoy a fun deuce. Wasn't that nice? Oh my goodness. 113-95. Yet another victory for your Miami Heat. We're back in just a moment. Heat victorious, 113-95. If you want to catch tonight's game again, tune in tonight at midnight as we replay all of tonight's action, presented by your South Florida Honda dealers. This has been a presentation of Fox Sports Sun, your exclusive home for Miami Heat basketball. For Eric Reed, the coach Tony Fiorentino, as well as Will Manso. Get well soon, Ron Rothstein. John Crotty's here. I got Trish and Evan and Max, and then there's like all these folks that love John Crotty too. I'm Jason Jackson. Thanks for watching. Here's a final take.
Chest and go.